Light thinks it travels faster than anything, but it is wrong. No matter how fast light travels, it finds the darkness has always got there first and is waiting for it. The trouble with having an open mind is that people will insist on coming along and trying to put things in it. Build a man a fire and he'll be warm for a day. Set a man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life. In ancient times, cats were worshipped as gods. They have not forgotten this. Only in our dreams are we free. The rest of the time, we need wages. It is often said that before you die, your life passes before your eyes. It is in fact true. It's called living. Fantasy is an exercise bicycle for the mind. It might not take you anywhere, but it tones up the muscles that can. Of course, I could be wrong. The harder I work, the luckier I become. Writing is the most fun you can have by yourself. I think perhaps the most important problem is that we are trying to understand the fundamental workings of the universe via a language device for telling one another when the best fruit is. Why do you go away? So that you can come back. So that you can see the place you came from with new eyes and extra colors. And the people there see you differently too. Coming back to where you started is not the same as never leaving. The pen is mightier than the sword if the sword is very short and the pen is very sharp. If cats looked like frogs, we'd realize what nasty, cruel little bastards they are. Style, that's what people remember. 5 exclamation marks, the sure sign of an insane mind. If you trust in yourself and believe in your dreams and follow your star, you'll still get beaten by people who spent their time working hard and learning things and weren't so lazy. They say a little knowledge is a dangerous thing, but it's not one half so bad as a lot of ignorance. Sometimes it is better to light a flamethrower than curse the darkness. This isn't life in the fast lane. It's life in the oncoming traffic. Most gods throw dice, but fate plays chess, and you don't find out till too late that has been playing with 2 queens all along. In the beginning, there was nothing which exploded. The intelligence of the creature known as a crowd is the square root of the number of people in it. I'll be more enthusiastic about encouraging thinking outside the box when there's evidence of any thinking going on inside it. Go on, prove me wrong, destroy the fabric of the universe, see if I care. The truth may be out there, but lies are inside your head. Freedom without limits is just a word. Anger is wonderful. It keeps you going. I'm angry about bankers, about the government. It's useful to go out of this world and see it from the perspective of another one. Educational refers to the process, not the object. Although come to think of it, some of my teachers could easily have been replaced by a cheeseburger. Journalism makes you think fast. You have to speak to people in all walks of life, especially local journalism. What is normal? Normal was yesterday. If you lose a leg, One day you're hopping around on one leg, so you know the difference. Evolution was far more thrilling to me than the biblical account. Who would not rather be a rising ape than a falling angel? To my juvenile eyes, Darwin was proved true every day. It does not take much to make us flip back into monkeys again. Sooner or later, we're all someone's dog. The baby boomers are getting older and will stay older for longer, and they will run right into the dementia firing range. How will a society cope, especially a society that can't so readily rely on those stable family relationships that traditionally provided the backbone of care? Taxation is just a sophisticated way of demanding money with menaces. It seems that when you have cancer, you are a brave battler against the disease. But when you have Alzheimer's, you are an old fart. That's how people see you. It makes you feel quite alone. The ideal death, I think, is what the ideal Victorian death, with your grandchildren around you, a bit of sobbing, and you say goodbye to your loved ones, making certain that one of them has been left behind to look after the shop. Time is a drug. Too much of it kills you. You can't build a plot out of jokes. You need tragic relief. And you need to let people know that when a lot of frightened people are running around with edged weaponry, there are deaths. Stupid deaths, usually. I'm not riding the A team if there's a fight going on. People will get hurt. Not letting this happen would be a betrayal. I grow as many of our vegetables as I can because my granddad was a professional gardener, and it's in the blood. Real stupidity beats artificial intelligence every time. In all seriousness, people think that it's the ideas that are important. Well, everyone has ideas, all the time. I tend to write mine down and remember them, but at some point, you have to apply the bum to the seat and knock out about 65,000 words. That's how long a novel is. I didn't go to university, didn't even finish A levels, but I have sympathy for those who did. No one's policing their own minds more than an author. You spend a lot of time in your own head analyzing what you think about things, and a philosophy comes. I don't think about the end game. I've got lots to occupy my mind. It's the rage that keeps me going. Stories of imagination tend to upset those without one. Wisdom comes from experience. Experience is often a result of lack of wisdom. It's not worth doing something unless someone, somewhere, would much rather you weren't doing it. Coffee is a way of stealing time that should by rights belong to your older self. There are times in life when people must know when not to let go. Balloons are designed to teach small children this.